This is a normal frame. Big, chunky, you need a lot of space for it. And this was the tufting frame that Clawlabs sent me last. It was really good. And this is the new one they sent me. While I open this up, he's gonna explain it. So what I'm trying to say is, this hunky wooden frame is too big for the average beginner, and this one is even smaller than the last one they sent me. And this one was pretty good for beginners. So I think this one may be even better. Wow, look at this. It is always exciting to open a Clawlab box. So it looks like we have some yarn here. We got the fabric and the backing fabric. We got the tools. Here is the frame, the new power system, the manual, and the tufting gun itself. Wow, look at that. This is lightweight, low vibration, quiet, and easy to use. And then we have the pieces of the tufting frame. These are very small pieces. Wow. And they're like a nice quality. Look at that. I'm not sure what this is yet, so we'll see. Look at that. Okay. Yeah, so they are using a completely different mechanism than the last frame. I'm here for it, man. I love that. I love new things. All right. Let's get to building this. First, you remove the locking bar from A and A2. You remove them from both. And now take off the locking bars from crossbars C. So both of the crossbars. Now that these are ready, unscrew this, put it on the table, screw it back on, make sure that it's tight. And now you take the locking lever and put it right in. It slides right in. It also requires a screw at one point. Now you will see that there is a hole. Wherever you see a hole, most likely it's gonna have to connect to another hole. So this way and in, this as well. Slide that on in. Now we have support rod A2 and the locking lever. We are going to place this on in, slide that right in. Place this under the table, don't tighten it yet. Connect both crossbar C and support A2 together. Slide that into the locking lever. Push that in, tighten it down. Okay, so every crossbar and sidebar should have the Velcro sticking out. So that's how you know you did it correctly. When each side, this side is sticking up, this side is sticking right, left, down. Okay, so now that we have that ready, we can screw in each piece with the frame part kit. Before you put on the fabric, lower these. There you go. And now you can put the fabric on. All right, so from here, what we do is put the locking bars on each side. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on two sides. When you use the locking lever, it will tighten it for you. You heard me right, guys. It will tighten it for you. So here we go. I'm gonna tighten the sides as much as I can. Okay. Get the lock on there. Okay. Now obviously that you don't want that. But when you loosen it up a bit, you can pop that up and look at that. Wow. You can hear that. That is tight. Now take this piece and put it right up here. You take your yarn strands, you put them under in this hole, over, under, over, and it will pull through like this. For those who don't know, this is a speed dial. So the more green there is on this dial, the faster the gun is. So when the dial is fully green, full speed. When it is full blue, that means you're on the slowest setting. I like to keep it around 75%, give or take, and I keep it this way. Now with this bonus piece, you are capable of two-handing this Tufting gun, allowing more stability. So I like to keep it on the side. Keeping it down here, I feel doesn't do that much, but keeping it to the side allows you to get a stable tufting line. Now for those who don't know how to tuft, I am going to explain it quickly but precise. Take your threader, which will come in one of the baggies in the tufting kit. You want to push it through this hole here. Take your yarn, push it through the loop. You want to pull the threader all the way through the gun. And there you go. So what you want to do is you want to take this point here, push it all the way into the fabric. Now make sure these two prongs right here on each side are pushed against the fabric. Also, like I said before, make sure that the fabric is as tight as possible. Once you're ready and pushed all the way in, press the trigger, and there you go. Also, only use the tufting gun from bottom to top and side to side. Do not tuft upside down. The way I'm doing it here will give you the best results. This is the finished result, the basketball backboard with the inflatable basketball. I also decided to make a rim as well, so I just tufted an orange strip, which I'll put onto bendy wire, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is the finished result. Here are the bendy wires right here. I wrapped it around, glued it, and now it's ready. Here's the backboard, and here's the back. I drilled 2 holes so I could put the bendy wire right through. And it's in. Now that it's in, we just twist, twist, and push to the back. And there we go. The design is finished and it works properly. So with that being said, I would call this a success. Now, of course, this isn't the most crazy out there design I could have created, but at the same time, this video is trying to show you with these flat dimension tufted pieces, you can create anything that comes to your imagination. So I just want to say, go out there and try something new with this. Now, as for the tufting frame, I want to say I had a lot of fun using this, and quick message to Clawlabs. Every single time you guys create something and send it out to me or any other reviewer, I can tell that they have a lot of fun reviewing it, unboxing it, because this is always something new. It's always something new with Clawlabs, new mechanisms, high quality pieces, and lightweight. This took 5 to 10 minutes to build. I mean, it's just fantastic. So thank you very much for giving me the opportunity, and I think you guys should take the opportunity as well to get this kit, especially if you are a beginner. Use the link in the description or the pinned comment for 20% off. And I also do get commission based off of that at no extra cost to you. It's just to support the channel. But I want to say that this is genuinely really, really good and high quality, and it's the cheapest kit they've ever produced. So I want to say, give this a try, especially if you're a beginner. There are a lot of things that you can create with this, and it's just the right size. So let me know what your thoughts are. If you have any questions, then you can put it down in the comments section below, and I will try to answer everything I possibly can. And maybe Clawlabs will answer some questions as well. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Peace.